So we have the NHL playoffs, but instead with only international teams. That is right. We already heard the news that the four nations face off, whatever the hell that is, that will be happening next season during the All-Star break. For the NHL, the NHL players finally get a best-on-best tournament. It's been, over 10 years since we've gotten that. But before we get to that, I have the NHL playoffs with the international teams, all the powerhouses. Well, besides, the one team that's currently at war. But here is our bracket in NHL 24, so let's go ahead and see who goes on and wins the Stanley Cup. No surprise here, as Canada is going to dominate Austria 7-2 to start out the playoffs. Slovakia is going to beat France in overtime 3-2. USA will dominate Ukraine 7-2. Switzerland is going to take game 1 over Norway 3-1. Czechia will dominate Great Britain 7-1 in game. They only had 12 shots on net. A lot of these first round series might end up being sweeps. Obviously, Sweden is going to beat Denmark 4-1. Germany is going to have a massive third period, scoring 4 straight goals to beat Latvia. Finland is going to beat Italy 5-2 in their first game. Now, it was looking scary for Canada as Austria held a 1-0 lead on only 9 shots, but luckily a third period, 4 straight goals. McDavid gets a pair, McKinnon and Stammer as they go up 2-0 over Austria. I would also like to mention that they had 57 shots on net. Slovakia will beat France 7-3 in game number 2. USA is going to go up 2-0 over Ukraine after a dominating 5-1 victory. Switzerland will beat Norway 6-4 in game 2. Czechia is just barely going to beat Great Britain 2-1 in the third period. Czechia is just barely going to beat Great Britain 2-1 in game number 2 and also take a 2-0 series lead. Sweden is going to need double overtime to beat Denmark 4-3. Olofsson gets the overtime winner. Latvia is going to tie up the series at 1 apiece with Germany despite being outshot 49-37. I mean, the shots were a little close. Finland is going to need overtime to beat Italy as Teuvo Teravainen gets the game winner. Canada is going to shut out Austria 7-0 and take a 3-0 series lead, putting Austria on the brink of elimination. And absolutely nobody was surprised. Slovakia also is going to go up 3-0 in their series over France. USA is going to dominate Ukraine 4-1 and put them on the brink of elimination also. Switzerland is continuing to absolutely dominate Norway. Czechia will absolutely destroy Great Britain 9-1. Sweden is going to go up 3-0 in their series over Denmark after a 3-0 victory. William Nylander gets the lone goal in the third period. And Latvia is going to take a 2-1 series lead over Germany after beating them 4-1. This is literally the only interesting series in the entire first round. I'm actually very excited to see where this goes. We could have game 7 on our hands. And of course, Team Finland will put Italy on the brink of elimination, brink of being swept. And Austria is the first team to get eliminated, getting 4-0 swept by the Team Canada. I mean, nobody was expecting them to win anyways. And Team France will not be swept as they get the overtime winner on Yaroslav Halak, beating Slovakia 4-3. Even though they got outshot 54-31. USA is going to sweep Ukraine in the first round. Switzerland is also going to go ahead and sweep Norway. And somehow Great Britain is going to force a game 5 after heroics in the third period, beating Czechia 6-4. Sweden will end up sweeping Denmark in the first round. And somehow Team Latvia is going to take a 3-1 series lead over Germany. What is going on, Draisaitl, Mo Seider, Tim Stützle, and Finland will dominate Italy 8-1 and sweep them in the first round. Slovakia will go ahead and eliminate France in 5 games after a 6-2 domination. Czechia will also eliminate Great Britain in 5 games after an 8-0 defeat, or win I should say, as they only had 9 shots on net, 50-9. And thankfully the German players stepped up and will force a game 6 with Latvia. Okay, here we are in overtime of game 6. Germany trying to force a game 7, obviously tied up at 1 apiece. We're going to do a real-time sim and have a reaction of who's going to win. I would hop in, but that could take literally forever. We'll be hopping in the second and third and even the Stanley Cup Finals, obviously. Still a 1-1 tie, aiming to go in the first overtime. And Team Germany will force a Game 7 with Latvia, as this has been basically our only competitive series of the entire first round. And here we are in the third period. Not a lot of time left to go. Latvia trying to advance to the second round, beating Germany in Game 7, as they are leading 3-2 in this game. I have no idea how they're beating Team Germany. Germany, honestly, the most disappointing team of this entire first round. Oh my god, you're just going to let them walk in? Now, the gameplay is going to be slightly slower, but I might adjust the sliders so we get players accelerating a lot faster, considering this is Olympic-level ice. It's a lot wider, a lot more space to work with, and a lot more space to have turnovers, honestly. 20 seconds to go. Oh, my lord! He got leveled at the blue line. Latvia playing for keeps here. Uh-oh, turnover. Turnover by Germany. In the middle, Mo Seider. Oh, Tim Stützle picks it up. Back to Mo Seider at the point. Mo walking in, gets bodied. 3 seconds to go. Tim Stützle, what a great save by the goalie. And Team Latvia is off to round number 2 as they beat Germany in a 7-game series in Game 7. And the Germans are definitely going to be disappointing with their effort here in the first round, as they are going home right away. And here we go. We are in the second round, and the matchups finally get good. We have Canada, Czechia, Slovakia, Sweden, Switzerland, and Finland, Team USA, and Team Latvia for the final playoff matchup here in round number 2. Who will advance to the conference finals? Let's find out. Canada is going to have their closest game so far of the playoffs, 3-2 win over Czechia, and go up in the series 1-0. Now, unfortunately, my power did cut out, and we missed a little bit of footage. Honestly, it's not much. Sweden went up 1-0 over Slovakia, and USA over Latvia, and that is the only thing we missed. Now we move on to Finland and Switzerland. Finland is going to shut out Switzerland 4-0 in Game 1. Canada is going to take a 2-0 series lead over Czechia and stay undefeated after beating them 5-3, albeit this game was a lot more close. Sweden is going to take care of business with Slovakia and go up 2-0 in their series. USA is going to dominate Latvia in Game 2, 6-0. Finland is going to have a 3-goal third period comeback and defeat Switzerland 4-2. They were actually trailing 2-1 in the game, but luckily they are going to take a 2-0 series lead. Czechia is going to hand Canada their first loss of the postseason, 6-3, and they will not fall down 3-0 in the series. Sweden will take a 3-0 series lead over Slovakia and also stay undefeated in the postseason, 50 shots to 18. USA will also go up 3-0 over Latvia, and the Swiss will take a game over Finland, 4-2 in game number 3. Czechia is pretty much going to dominate Canada in game 4 and tie up the series at 2 apiece. No way. Canada, you guys cannot choke this series away, although you guys probably do have the toughest round number 2 matchup out of any other Big 4. And Team Sweden will remain undefeated, dominating Slovakia, sweeping them in the second round. USA will also sweep Latvia in the second round. Finland is going to take a 3-1 lead over Switzerland in their series. Barkov got the lone goal in the third period. Canada is going to go up 3-2 over Czechia after a 4-1 victory. Connor McDavid, Pietrangelo, and Shea Theodore will get the goals in the third period. Finland would end up beating Switzerland in 5 games in the second round, a gentleman's sweep, as they win game number 5, 4-3. Canada is finally going to wake up and dominate Czechia 7-2, and they are off to the conference finals after beating them in 6 games. And our conference finals matchups are set. We have Canada, Sweden, USA, and Finland, who will advance to the Stanley Cup finals. Now, I haven't really had any opportunity to jump in any games besides that Game 7 with Germany and Latvia. Every other series has not been competitive whatsoever. Czechia, Canada was kind of competitive, but I mean, Canada kind of dominated after they fell down, or actually they tied the series up at 2 apiece. Then they took the next 2, won the series, and here we are. Hopefully, we can get some very competitive games. Canada is going to take game number 1, 4-2 over Sweden. USA is pretty much going to dominate Finland. I know the score says 6-3, but it was like 4-1 at one point. And here we go in the third period. Canada down in game number 2, 4-3. We got like 3:45 remaining in the third. I did adjust the sliders to make sure Brad Marchand coming in doesn't get it to go. I readjusted the sliders to make sure that the attribute effects were 10 out of 10. The game was faster. The players could skate faster because we are on Olympic level ice here. Crosby coming in. Can Canada tie up the game? Bedard, Crosby, Bedard, and Marchand is the first line for Canada. Absolutely crazy. Less than a minute to go Can Team Sweden hold on and tie up the series at 1 apiece? Or is Canada going to go up 2-0 just like they did in every other series so far? Bedsy skating out, gets clobbered on the board. So does Marchand. Hedman, I think, keeps it in. Was that Hedman number 11? That was not Hedman. 14 seconds to go. Crosby, one last rush. Canada trying to tie up the game. Sid, nice pass to Chabot. Chabot and Markstrom is going to make the save with 6.5 to go. This is the most important draw of the entire game. Connor McDavid taking it with McKinnon and Stammer are his line mates. Okay. Wins the draw. Back to McCarr. Great save by Markstrom, and we have another whistle. 3.5 to go in the third period. Canada's going to have to shoot right off the draw. If they lose the draw, that's it. That's it. Sweden is going to tie up the series at 1 apiece. Team USA is going to go up 2-0 over Finland with a Blake Wheeler overtime winner, which is crazy work. Canada is going to have a third period comeback. 3 straight goals to beat Sweden 3-1 and take a 2-1 series lead. Goals by McDavid, Point, and Pietrangelo. USA is the only undefeated team left, dominating Finland 5-0 to take a 3-0 series lead and put Finland on the verge of being swept in the conference finals. And here we are. We have overtime in game number 4. Obviously, Canada leads 2-1 in the series. Can they take a 3-1 series lead, or will Sweden tie up the series at 2 apiece? Lindholm at the point, doesn't get a shot off. Stammer, McDavid, and McKinnon. What a line that is going to be. McDaddy coming in. McKinnon, good shot on net. Markstrom's going to make the easy save, though. Now, I am only going to be staying in for 1 overtime period because I'm not sitting here for 3 hours watching the computers play back and forth and just watch them turn the puck over constantly. So hopefully we get an OT winner. Otherwise, I will just sim the rest of it. McDavid walking out. McDavid! Attribute effects are 10 out of 10, so a guy like McJesus is going to be the best player on the ice, no doubt. Carlson over, doesn't get a shot off. Lindholm, great save by Aiden Hill, the starting goalie of Team Canada. We have 14:45 left in overtime. Stammer coming in, great shot, rebound. McKinnon snipes it home, and Team Canada will take a 3-1 series lead over Team Sweden and be 1 win away from the Stanley Cup Finals. And here we are in overtime of game number 4. USA trying to punch their ticket to the Stanley Cup Finals and be undefeated, doing it along the way. They have not lost a single game yet, so they are definitely the powerhouse in the international playoffs. Rantanen over, Heiskanen, Aho in the middle, doesn't get a shot off though. Can Finland stay alive, keep their season alive here? Rantanen, great save by Connor Hellebuck. This is a massive draw for Team Finland, and they lose it. Torrey Krug gives it away to Aho. Oh my God, he almost picked that short side. Line A! And another good save by Hellebuck. Patrick Laine tried to snipe home the game winner. Aho wins the draw, back to Ristolainen. Heiskanen tries to just shovel that on net. That was a bit of a weird shot. Laine! That was an easy save for Hellebuck. Rantanen in Gretzky's office walks out. Great save again by Hellebuck. Aho, Finland's all over the States right now. Ristolainen walking in. Great save by Hellebuck. He has 0 energy. How did he make that save? I have no idea. Eichel skates it out. Finally, USA getting some offense. Eichel coming in. Jack, Eichel, Johnny Hockey down the middle. Great save by UC Saros, shutting the door on Johnny Hockey. Oh no, Barkov coming in. Barkov. What kind of a pass was that? Back to the point, I guess. Heiskanen doesn't get a great shot on net, if we're being honest. Jake Gensel, the Nebraska boy, skating it out end-to-end for Jake Gensel. Okay, no pressure. Jake Gensel rips one. Oh my God. This computer AI, man, I swear is the funniest shit ever. We got 10 minutes left to go in the first period. Torrey Krug gets bodied, but McAvoy's there to help him. I don't know why they have 2 defense in the corners. That's like the #1 rule. This is a massive draw. Nice face-off win. McAvoy over to Hughes. Quinn. Gensel, great save again by Saros. As Lindell is going to skate it up to Jokiharju. Teravainen feeding the middle, back to Jokiharju. Skating, Teravainen. Great save by Hellebuck. He's going to play it. Risky play, and another great save. 6:05 to go in the overtime period. Can we get a goal? Is that Kessel? Phil Kessel still on Team USA? At like an 81 overall. Kessel, oh my God, Phil Kessel literally almost just got the overtime winner. This is a massive draw for Dylan Larkin. Can he win it? He does. Clean. Back to the point. McAvoy on net. That almost went in. Larkin, Dylan, Pacioretty, over to McAvoy. Team USA all over Finland. Hughes, Wheeler, and Blake Wheeler will end it. punches the USA ticket to the Stanley Cup Finals as they go undefeated on their way, sweeping every opposition and just sweeping Finland in the conference finals. Nobody have been really a match for them, but I'm sure Sweden or Canada will put up a great fight in the finals. And Sweden is going to force a Game 6 after a 5-4 victory over Team Canada. Sweden is going to dominate Canada in Game 6, 4-2. It was 4-1, and they will force a Game 7. Winner goes to the Stanley Cup Finals. It does not get any better than that. And it is not going to be even remotely close. I mean, it was 6-4 at the end of the day, but it was 5-1 Sweden at one point. If they've gone to the conference finals or the Stanley Cup Finals, I mean, beating Canada in 7 games, also coming back down 3-1 in the series. Canada performed one of the biggest choke jobs I have ever seen. I mean, they were literally 1 win away from the Stanley Cup Finals, and they could not get the job done. And now we have the final 2 teams in Sweden versus USA. Obviously, America is undefeated in the postseason. Let's see who's going to go home with the Stanley Cup. And finally, Sweden is going to be the first team to beat USA in the playoffs 3-2 as they steal game number 1. Sweden is going to rally back in the third period. 3 straight goals, 2 power play goals, and beat USA 4-2, taking a 2-0 series lead against a team that literally didn't lose. And Team Sweden now is 1 win away from winning the Stanley Cup, beating USA 5-4. The game was close at the end, but I mean, it was like a 4-1 lead at one point, I believe. After an absolute barn burner 9-4 victory for Team USA, they will force a Game 5 and not get swept in the finals. And Team USA will also force a Game 6 after a 4-1 victory. Phil Kessel got the lone goal in the third period. Attaboy Phil. And here we are in the third period. Sweden leading 5-3, trying not to blow a 3-0 series lead and go back to Game 7 in USA. They're on home soil right now. Kessel, great save. Rebound. Another great save by Markstrom. 21 seconds remaining. Great save again. Trying to hold on. I believe an empty net for Team USA. As I mean, the Americans, they were dominant up until the Stanley Cup Finals, losing 3 straight games after not even losing a game on their way there. And I mean, you cannot go down 0-3 in the series and expect to win. Carlson trying to skate it out. 15 seconds to go. Big turnover. Carlson walks down. Rebound. Eichel, and a great save by Jacob Markstrom. What a save. That is pretty much going to seal the deal. 10 seconds trying to get 2 goals for Team USA. I don't think that's even possible. I mean, maybe, but with the computer AI, that pretty much sealed the deal. Another great save by Markstrom, and he's covering that goddamn puck up. We have 7.5 seconds to go in Game 6. Team Sweden looking to raise the Stanley Cup on home soil in Sweden, as they are going to go on and win the International Playoff Sim, beating Team USA in 6 games in the Stanley Cup Finals. They had the 3-1 comeback over Canada, and then they were absolutely rolling in the finals. Nobody could touch them because Team USA was by far the best team out of the first 3 rounds. They didn't lose a game, and then Team Sweden overwhelmed them in the first 3. And they are going to be the ones taking home the Stanley Cup, winning the 4 Nations tournament, I guess you could say, maybe. As William Nylander is your Conn Smythe winner, 9 goals, 26 points for him, a very good playoff run. Toronto fans hoping he can do something similar for their team, but that'll probably never happen. As there it is, the Stanley Cup about to be raised to all the Sweden players, as they are the best international team in NHL 24. Don't worry, boys. We'll do this again next year in 25. I believe last year in 23, Team Canada won the cup. I believe so. I have to go back and watch the video. There is Erik Karlsson, the captain of Team Sweden, lifting it for the first time in his career. And I'm just going to let you Sweden fans watch the rest of the celebration. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Also, turn on notifications so you do get notified when I upload or I go live on this channel. Let me know in the comments what you guys would like to see next. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, don't be silly. Wrap your willy and enjoy watching the Swedish players raise the Stanley Cup.